Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello, everyone, and good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope everyone had a wonderful and blessed day on today. And I just want to say I thank you for coming on with us this evening. Welcome. Welcome to Transformations Late Night Chronicles with Pam. And we are here to encourage you, to lift you up, and to help transform your life from the inside out. So we're coming tonight, and as always, I wanted to just share with you, I do have on one of my t-shirts. I'm not sure if you can see it right now. But I have my Women That Are Loose t-shirt that I got when I went to Women That Are Loose this last year, which was awesome, which was wonderful. Also tonight, I do have another mug, as I told you guys earlier. I enjoy collecting mugs, so if you got some mugs out there, some t-shirts that you want me to wear and you want me to advertise for you, I would love to. Just hit me in the comment button and let me know. This one says Boss Lady on it, and I think on the bottom, well, in the inside, it has something else, some words in the inside, but this one says Boss Lady. So if you can see that, that is my mug for tonight. So I just want to come on and I want to share a couple of things before we jump into our topic for this evening. I am looking to do some fun things coming up, and I just want to put this out there for those of you who would like to join me. These are going to be, we're going to do them live, so I need you to let me know if you would like to join in. One of them is, I know a lot of you heard about the sip and paint parties. I also do some painting parties myself. This is, I don't know if you can see the whole thing, but this is one of the paintings that I have done myself. So I'm thinking about maybe one evening we'll get on live and we'll kind of spend an hour and do a nice painting. So let me know if that's something you would enjoy doing. Just hit me up and then let me know if that's something you like. And the other thing is also doing the wine glasses. So you have a choice. Either we can do the paintings or we can come on and do the wine glasses where we come on live and just have a girls' evening together live online with each other and encourage each other to have some fun. So just hit me in the comment buttons. Let me know if you would like to do the wine glasses painting or if you would like to jump in and do the actual canvas painting. And we're going to walk it through and do it together and keep each other encouraged. So as we jump right on in and just hit me in your comment buttons. Let me know if you're enjoying our late night sessions, our late night chronicles with Pam. Just put your comments down there. Throw your hearts up. Let me know how you've been encouraged, because when you encourage me, that is a blessing to me, because I know you're out there listening and you're out there being encouraged with a wonderful word from God. Well, we're going to jump right on in tonight, and I know I posted our topic for tonight, and our topic for tonight is friends with benefits. Everybody has their own definition of what friends with benefits is, and I just want to say this, Late Night Chronicles is for singles, but I know there's some singles out there that could be in the dating process. You may be at that point right now, or you may be gradually getting into a relationship. And so some of our topics are not just geared towards just being single, and that's it. Because there are some single people out there that are finally jumping into the dating game. So we're going to be having stuff about that. So I just wanted to put that plug out there. As I said, we're talking about friends with benefits. A lot of you have a different definition. Women, we have a different definition of what friends with benefit is. Men have a totally different definition what friends with benefits is. And it's amazing. I want to say, have you ever been in a situation, and I'm just going to throw this question out there, where that you were in a situation with someone that you guys, some of it is not in verbal agreement, but you know that you guys are in this friends with benefit relationship, and you happen to see that person with someone. They could be in their car, and you're driving by, and you see them in the car with this person. What is your reaction to that? How do you feel about that? Can you handle that? Because a lot of times, ladies, to be honest, we can't handle that. Men, they're focused on that is totally different than us. So a lot of times, ladies, we can't handle that. We'll see it. We'll say it doesn't bother us, but the truth of the matter is it really begins to bother you and it gets under your skin because you're at this point where you're saying, you know what, wait a minute, I've been dealing with this guy, we've been talking, going out, we've been doing the things that we do, and you telling me now you're with someone else, but you can't commit to me. And that is some of the biggest things I hear a lot in conversation. It's the friends with benefits, and from a lot of single women, it's the commitment issue out there. That is out there with me. No one wants to be committed. No one wants to be in a committed relationship anymore. And it is getting to be, I won't say bad, but it's starting to be really bad. And it's not just the men, ladies. And some of the men are saying the same thing about women. That there's some women don't want to be in committed relationships. They just want to have wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and keep it going. Some of them just want to have those friends with benefits. So it's not just men that want it. There are some women out there that only want to engage in that also. Well, we're going to kind of jump into a little bit of that, and please hit your comments down there and let me know what you think, and so we'll know, we're all on the same page, or even if we're not, it's good to encourage each other. But I just want to put that out there because, God created us, ladies, we're emotional, He created us to be emotional, and we go through things with our emotions. And we feel different than men. And a lot of women wonder, well, how can a man get into friends with benefit and keep moving and he thinks nothing of it? Because they're hot wired differently than where we are hot wired. Okay, we get our emotions involved. You can start off saying, okay, this no strings attached relationship, this no commitment relationship. Oh, this is wonderful. We have no strings attached, and we talk to each other only when we ready to do something. We want to have sex, and that's the only time we talk. Or, we may do one or two things, but that friends with benefit thing, it becomes very dangerous. Because yes, it may be, okay, we only see each other at a certain time. We don't go out. We don't go out to eat. We dare not to see each other in the daytime. And he only comes and takes you out at night. And that's it. And you really don't even go out at night. You may just go to his house or your house. You find yourself in that situation. A lot of times that's friends with benefits. A lot of times we don't even agree to it. But we end up finding ourselves in that type of relationship. Not really realizing that you have put yourself in that type of relationship, and it becomes dangerous because what happens is you're putting your emotions. You can sit there, and a lot of people say, no, you don't get your emotions in it. You're just having sex and you keep moving. That's not true. When we're hot wired for emotions, that's how God created us. Your emotions are going to jump in there sooner or later. You're going to continue to have sex with this guy and think your emotions are not going to come through. They're going to eventually come through because you're going to start to want a committed relationship. You're going to start to want more, and he's not going to want to give you more because in his head, we agree that's all it is. It's friends with benefits. So you begin to get yourself on a dangerous line. You begin to put yourself in a dangerous situation. Because now you're getting your feelings involved with someone who may be already in a relationship, may be married, and you're putting yourself in a situation where that now your emotions are starting to stir up, and you're starting to say, I want a little bit more than this. I want to be able for us to go out and eat, or for us to see each other in the daytime, or do some things. And he's like, no way, because that's not what we agreed. He wants to step. Then you get to that point where he wants to step out of it, and a lot of times we don't want to let go. We want to hold on to it and say, oh well, okay, we'll just keep on going the way we're going. Everything is fine, and it's really not fine. And that's when we have to become really true and honest with ourselves, and really true and transparent with God. That it's not fine because you put yourself, and this is really what happens when you put yourself in a situation like that, and that's not of God. The emotions start flowing, then that's when a lot of the hurt comes and a lot of the pain comes. And a lot of times we don't want to be accountable for our partake that we have played in that situation. Because you could have said, no, I don't want to do that type of relationship. If we can't do it the way God says do it, I'm sorry. I don't want to have a part of it. But a lot of times we do that because a lot of us, you get a fear of saying, I don't want to be alone. I'll take half of a man than a whole man. I don't care if he is someone else's man. I'll take him on the weekend. I'll deal with the friends with benefits because at least I'm getting some benefits out of it. Yeah, you could be getting the Michael Kors bag. You could be getting the jewelry. You could be getting the trips all across the country. You could be getting all this stuff. But when it comes down to the whole ball game, and at the end of the day, you're not getting him. And he is the one that you really want. Those things are just stuff. And what your really heart desire is that man, that guy. And what happens is, because you put yourself in that situation, now you're at the place where you're not even getting him. He's giving you all the stuff that you want. He's giving you all the luxuries that you want, but you're not getting him. And now that's when the emotional hurts come in. That's when the emotional pain comes in. That's when the emotional turmoil comes in. And now you're at home, you're sitting on the bed in the middle of the night, eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream, eating all the chocolate you can find, and boo-hoo and crying because now he's not answering your phone calls. He's not answering your texts. He doesn't want to see you. But your heart is more out there. He's like, all I said was I wanted to be friends with benefits. Now you'd have taken a whole nother level. So that is a situation, and the question was, should friends with benefits, yes or no? And it's a question that you're going to have to ask for yourself. We're not here to say yes, we're not here to say no, because you have to examine yourself. You have to dig deep and figure out why you want to put yourself in a situation with someone to be friends with benefits. And if that's can you handle it? Like the movie said, can you handle the truth? Can you really handle being in that type of situation? Because you open up Pandora's box, and you don't know what's getting ready to come out. Because some of us will be strong, we're independent women, we can handle it. I can deal with the friends with benefit thing. I'm fine, I'm cool. I ain't got to see him. We ain't got to do all this stuff. But eventually the emotions will come through. A lot of people say, no, it won't. Yes, it will. Even if it's just a little. Because we are created, ladies. We are emotional creatures. That is how God has created us. Men are hot-wired differently. That's why they can do it and keep moving, and it doesn't faze them. We're not built that way. We're not built that way at all. We're meant to be cuddled. We're meant to be hugged. We want to be adored. We want to be doing all these things. We want to be complimented. All these things that we want, and that's the way God created us, and God has molded us to that. So when you put yourself in a situation with friends with benefits, you begin to go against what God is saying and what God has planned for you, because he has better for you. When you do that, you're settling. Why are you selling for second best? Because most of the time they either are seeing someone, have someone, just don't want you. And you're settling for something that God doesn't want you to settle for. He has better for you. He has great for you. We just have to learn how to be patient. And patience. Wow. That is not a good word. We don't want to hear the word patience because we don't want to wait on God. We want it now when we want it. And God is trying to teach us to be patient, because what I have for you is just for you. I am molding him to what I want for you. I am sculpting him to the person that I want for you. I am teaching him the things of me, God says, so that he can be what he needs to be for you. But you have to wait. You have to stop settling for being second best, and you only to be the first and number one in anyone's life. So, when you settle for being friends with benefits, you're selling for less than what you are. You're telling him you really don't even love yourself enough to say, you know what, I'm not doing that. It may sound good. At the beginning, you're doing it. Y'all may be good and straight. The sex is off the chain at the beginning. But once those emotions start getting in there, your feelings start flowing, and now you want a little bit more. You're going to want more than just seeing him on the weekends. You're going to want more than just friends with benefits. Oh, then when he says something to you that really cuts you deep, then you're ready to say, you know what, that's it. So why get into the situation? So you have to really answer that question. Friends with benefit. Do I want to get into that? Because the questions are going to come up, and some of you may have already been through those situations. Some of you may have already been through that, and you can put your comments down there and share, if you would love to share, how did it work out for you? How long did that last? Because eventually it doesn't last, because what it is friends with benefits. I had a guy ask me that question, and he was like, what is friends with benefits to you? And, I tell him, basically, friends with benefits is a woman that you're a friend, and all you're doing is having sex. That's the benefit of having sex. Nothing else. You're not going out together in the daytime. You probably want to see him at night. You don't see him when you want to see him. You only see him when he wants to be seen. You may be going to places that you really don't want to be going. So you're involving yourself in the situation. So he tells me, well, that's the definition everybody has. My definition of friends with benefit is, like if I need something, you got something I need, we help each other out and all this stuff. So well, it's the same thing. If you're making it seem like, if it's finances or stuff like that, that it's okay. It's the same thing, because eventually you're going to want sex in the process. It's all in there. So, you have to really think about that, ladies. And if you're in a situation like that, begin to pray and seek God. And really begin to look through and triage yourself. Begin to peel that onion back and find out, why am I settling for this? Because if me and him have been friends for 8 years and it hasn't gone anywhere, he may have bought me the Michael Kors bags. He may have taken me on the trip to Hawaii. He may even bought me a diamond ring. But he's still not coming home with me. He's still not asking me to marry him. He's still moved on. He's still with his wife. He's still in different relationships, but he's still not yours. So you have to really begin to ask yourself, do I want to continue in this type of relationship? Yes, he may be giving you money to pay your bills. Yes, he may be giving you money to feed your kids. He may provide the transportation. He may even be paying the car payment insurance. But the key thing, is he yours? Is he who God has for you? So you really have to begin to ask that question. Do I want to continue in this relationship? Is this relationship pleasing to God? Is God happy about me being in a relationship such as this? That's the big ultimate question. You really have to begin to pray and ask yourself. Am I in a relationship that God is proud of? Is he looking down at me and saying, my daughter, I am so proud of you because you waited? Or is he shaking his head saying, oh my God, okay, I got to wait for her to hit the brick wall. Then she's going to come crying and falling out because now he's broke her heart because she saw him driving down the road and had another woman in the car and it wasn't her. And y'all just got done sleeping with each other the night before. Can you handle that? And that's the being true and transparent. Can you handle that? And a lot of us can't. We'll laugh it off. We'll say, yeah, we can. Then we'll go home and you meditate on it and you start thinking about it because it won't leave your head. Then you want to pick up the phone and call him. Then he doesn't answer your call. Now you're really getting mad. Then you text him. He doesn't answer your text. Now you're really getting mad. Because all you are is friends with benefits. You're practically nothing. So you really have to examine that relationship and really begin to ask God, is that the relationship God has for you? And also one thing I've learned, and it's been a process for me and it's been very hard and I'm being transparent, is, a lot of times ladies, we have to go through our phones and you have to start hitting that delete button, #delete. You got to go through there and you got to start deleting these people out that don't mean you any good. 2018, you have to make that decision. Say, you know what? I can go without friends with benefits. I'm going to wait on God. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to do what God has called me to do. I'm not going to get caught up in all this stuff. And you really have to begin to examine yourself. And you may have to go in there and delete his phone number, delete the contacts. And when he calls, and he will call, because he knows your weaknesses. He knows your heart's desire. And he will use each and every piece of it to play on you to get what he wants. But you have to stand and be strong. And always know that God is standing with you. It may look rough. And sometimes he may pick you up and it's just his footsteps in the sand. And you may see one because he has gotten you in his arms. And he is protecting you. And he is keeping you. And it's okay. So it's okay if you make that decision to say, enough is enough. I'm not going to continue this. We've been doing this for a while. The sex was awesome and great, but God is not pleased with my actions. And you have to literally cut it off, ladies. And also men, as I said earlier, it's not just women, but there are men. There are some women out there who want to do that, and there's some men that want committed relationships. And we have to do the same thing. Guys have to do the same thing. They have to even check themselves and say, you know what, am I going to continue this friends with benefit relationship with this female? I may have feelings for her, but she don't want to have nothing to do with me. And as men, they have to cut the same thing off. Sometimes, ladies, we think that they don't do the same, but men can go through the same thing that we go through. when it comes to relationships. So the same thing with guys. You have to cut them off too. You have to make that decision. Is this relationship worthy of God? Is God pleased with me as a man in a relationship that's friends with benefits? And in my heart of heart, I really don't like this chick. I really don't want to be with her, but the sex is great. We have this little bitty chemistry together, and so, we do what we do. But she's not one I'm going to put the ring on the finger. She's not the one I want to take home to mom. So you have to make that decision too, to say, you know what? Is God happy with this? Is this pleasing to God? Is he smiling down? Or should I, do I need to cut this relationship off? Because what you're doing, guys, and a lot of guys understand, when you continue in that type of relationship, her emotions are getting involved. Yours are not. Hers are. And then she starts asking these questions. Well, why we can't go out to the movies in the daytime? Or why I can't meet your homeboys? And why we can't do this? And why you won't do this and this? Because her feelings are getting involved. At the beginning, it was great. Feelings weren't involved. Y'all was cool. Y'all did y'all thing. But the more you do it, the more you put the wham bammy on there, the more you make it feel real good. You pull your tricks out the hat and rabbits out the hat, and you doing all this stuff. The emotions start getting in there. And now she wants more. And you're, as a guy, saying, nope, I don't want to go there. So now you got to break that thing off. But it's not easy, because when the emotions get in there of a woman, you tread on dangerous ground. So why put yourself in that situation? So as I said, the question is, about friends and benefits. Put your comment down there. Share if you have been in that situation. If you want to share your story, be happy to share. Let us know, how did it work or work not. We're not here to say yes. We're not here to say no. We're here to transform your lives and get you to think deeper and really think about how pleasing it would be to God to know that you're in those type of situations. So you have to make that decision to say, if this is something I want to continue in, or is this something I don't want to continue in. But as when it comes to singles and our relationships, guys, it's very dangerous. We're putting ourselves in situations that we really don't have to put ourselves in. And it just takes one little word, is no. It's no. And it seems like it's so hard for us to say no, as he is tall, dark, and handsome. He got the six-pack going. He's got the good job. He's driving the ride. And he just showering you with things that you desire. It becomes very hard. But that's how the enemy works. He does all that stuff to get us off our game and to get us off focus of God. So you have to really make that decision. Am I going to continue in that type of relationship, or am I going to let it go? And if you let it go, it's not a bad thing. And if you continue on, that's something you're going to have to deal with God. And I really pray that you don't continue on. But if you make that decision and say, well, I'm going to keep this going on, really be mindful, am I pleasing God in this type of relationship? So I just wanted to share those words of encouragement on tonight, just to encourage someone out there. And like I said, put your comments down and put your hearts, put your lives, because it is a topic that swarms in the single area of life. All of us singles out there, we've all have dealt in some way, some shape or form, or know someone who may be in a situation where it's just friends with benefits. And we really have to make that decision. Is it worth losing, like the Bible says, profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Is it worth you losing your soul in that type of relationship? Because eventually it's going to come crumbling down. And most of the time it comes crumbling down. So you really have to ask yourself. So just put your hearts down there and put your likes and put your buttons, and let me know if you were encouraged tonight. And as I said earlier when we came on, I'm looking to do a live, either a paint party with the wine glasses. These are some of the wine glasses that I painted. And to do a night of just fun, and we come on and paint some glasses together. So that's something you would like to do. Let me know in the comment section so we can pick a day and we can come on and just have a good time of painting and talking to each other online. And we're going to try to do as much as we can live so everyone can join in. If not, also I do the canvas paintings also. You can't see much of it, but this is one of the canvas paintings I've done. If you would like to do the canvas painting, and we can do a live together online, and we'll walk you through the steps. Just some fun things that we got coming up the line, and just be encouraged. Like I said, put your hearts and comments down and let me know if you're enjoying the Late Night Chronicles with Pam. And if there's any topic that you want to talk about, please hit me up and put it down there. I would love to. Also, if you know someone, if you got a lot of gospel t-shirts and you'd like me to advertise them, or any type of t-shirts, put that down and let me know. Like I said, my mugs, I'm enjoying my mugs. I love my mugs. This one says Boss Lady. If you're a person and you own a business, you have some mugs you want us to advertise, put that down there, and we would love to do that and get your business out there and to keep you encouraged. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a blessed night. I love you all. I thank you all. You have been encouraged to me as I am encouraging you. Spread the word, share with a friend, tell a neighbor, and we love you. God bless you. Good night, and we out of here. Bye-bye.